AITA for saying, I don't see why my sister always has to be included, but I don't. Me 15F and my sister 16F are only 11 months apart, but we're really different. She was always the prettier one, the more outgoing and popular one. She was always surrounded by friends and loves all things makeup and fashion. I'm more introverted and shy, and I never really fit the way she did. Though I always wanted to have friends. I like video games and baking and reading. I'm not into beauty stuff like she is. I don't really ever wear makeup. So we've never had much in common. I have tried to be close to my sister, but it never worked out. We're just too different. And she resented my attempts for us to be closer. She'd let her friends say mean things about me, like calling me a freak, a weirdo, saying I was lame and dumb. Sometimes they'd be in our house, and they'd kick me out of the basement, which is set up for games and movies and stuff like that. They'd tell me I couldn't hang out with them and they wanted to watch something. My parents would always tell me to find something else to do. And a few times her friends split up at our house, and some were outside and some in the basement, so I really only had my room as a refuge. I told my parents about what the others would say about me, and they really didn't care. I think once they said they'd deal with it, but it didn't stop. My parents just let them kick me out of spaces or tell me to stop doing what I was doing so they could do it, and it was never a problem. When I started high school, I finally found a group of friends I fit in with. There's 5 of us, and we're all really close. I even have a boyfriend now. But my sister hates that she's not welcome in with them, and the reason for that is before I was friends with them, she and her friends were really awful to them, and she would mock them or make fun of them for their appearance or for being weird. So none of them like her. My boyfriend is the only one without that history, because he moved to town right at the start of high school, so never knew my sister before we got close. When my friends are over, my sister will try to insert herself, and she's tried to do that by making fun of me or pushing me out, but my friends actually like me. The problem is my parents are not okay with my sister being excluded, and they said if I want to hang out with my friends, we have to be open to her hanging out if she wants. She has more free time now because her friendship group had this big fight, and now there's so many splits and smaller groups and nobody has the time, so she's around more and wants to be involved. I tried to stop inviting my friends over, but if they even came to our neighborhood to hang out, it was a rule my parents put in place. Saturday, I got so frustrated I told the 3 of them that I don't see why my sister always has to be included, but I don't. I told them it was clear she's the favorite and everyone in the family thinks I'm just some freak who should be alone for the rest of her life. My parents were furious. AITA?